How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Below Average Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Jonathan. What is up, guys?
Ooh, what is up, everybody? We are back with another podcast today, and a lot of things happened this week, and a lot of news. I was still reading news by the time you got here, because there was a lot of stuff to read.
Yes, sir. I saw you reading a lot of news.
Yes, you were just sitting here eating your M&Ms while I was reading news.
Yes, but yeah, there is a lot of news going on, a lot of speculations of a lot of things that did happen on Raw and SmackDown. So what are we starting off with?
We're going to start off with Kevin Owens quitting. So I did read a report. Ooh, look at me, sound all professional. I read a rumor here on the internet by, I don't know who this guy is, but his name is Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
We're going to go. Sorry, Joe. So I guess his podcast called Barn Burners Fired Up. I don't know what that is. Sorry, dude. But he did have a rumor or speculation, I guess you can say, that he has heard that KO is going to take a little bit of time off, lose some weight. He also hears that from what he has heard that he will be teaming up with Paul Heyman. That's the situation that they're going to go. And like he stated yesterday, he said in his No Holds Barred show that KO is going to come back leaner, meaner, and sort of like a Chris Benoit. Wrestling, not talking, leaving the talking to Paul Heyman. This is what this guy's reporting. I don't know what his credibility or what his what his track record is. But obviously we take everything with a grain of salt. But it is on a few of the major wrestling, news sites,
Podcasts and stuff.
So I said, hey, you know what? Let's talk about it. What do you think? I mean, first of all, the whole KO quitting thing.
It took me as a surprise. The match was good.
It was freaking fantastic.
It was a really, really good match. I knew KO wasn't going to win, but the whole quitting thing, what this guy's saying, it would be cool, actually. Yeah. It's believable because I was telling you earlier that it was in Canada too. He did it in Canada, and sometimes that can mean something,
Yeah.
But that would be awesome. He is a little bigger, but it hasn't really slowed him down.
No.
But if he's going to come back with a different character, yeah, I think that would be awesome. Maybe lose some weight, gain some type of muscle, and coming back with Paul Heyman, that'd be... Yeah. Chris Benoit was awesome, and he looked mean. So if it's something similar to that, then that would be an awesome character change.
There's no doubt. Wrestler Chris Benoit was awesome, for damn sure.
Yes.
So they went to commercials, right? So the match was, first of all, the match was fantastic. They went to commercials, and then KO was in the ring with the chair, sitting in the chair, and then he has, the microphone, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he's not gonna quit, is he? Literally, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, he's not gonna quit, is he? And then the first thing he says, I quit. Drops the microphone, walks off, and I was like, holy crap, what are they doing with this storyline? So I mean, this is very interesting. Like, this storyline for me, the Kevin Owens thing, just became interesting. And now listening to or reading this news about him maybe being, taking some time off, resting, losing weight, coming back with a different character, coming back with Paul Heyman of all people. I think Brock is pretty much done with the WWE, and Heyman is such a good mouthpiece to keep around. I always thought Heyman would be probably better paired with like a Ronda or something, where Ronda kind of lacks.
They're not that great on the mic.
Yeah, or somebody else. Because
Kevin's great on the mic. That's kind of
which is odd. But I also think that Kevin Owens has been underutilized a lot. So having him take some time off and go back to the drawing board, I guess you can say, and reinvent the Kevin Owens character, kind of like what Ambrose has been doing. He was off, 8-9 months. I don't think KO is going to be gone for that much, to be honest with you. I think I can see him back. Okay, what are we in? I guess September. It's almost September, pretty much,
maybe
right?
The beginning of the year.
So I'm thinking Royal Rumble. But then again, you're gonna have a Royal Rumble to not win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
that kind of becomes not a good thing. You know what I mean?
Royal Rumble is when?
It's in January.
January.
Yeah. So if you're gonna have him come back, you have to have him come back and actually win and actually prove something. So, dude, I'm digging this rumor. If it's true, I highly doubt it, to be honest with you. But this guy probably knows way more than I do in backstage. I don't know.
It sounds, like I said, believable. It would be cool, but you never know, man. It's just a rumor.
You never know. And exactly, it's just a rumor. I mean, it things we've heard in WWE that things change a minute before. It could be like they can literally walk in and say, hey, you know what, Heyman, you're gonna be paired with KO, and then literally an hour before the show starts, nah, never mind, we're gonna scratch the whole idea.
Yeah,
so it's happened before. So dude, this sounds like a badass idea, and I think this sounds like a good reboot to the Kevin Owens character, which has been needed. A lot of characters need a reboot, and we've been noticing that a lot of characters have been getting reboots, but I really dig this whole Kevin Owens, new look, if it were to come back with a new look and new persona. But speaking of reboots, kind of the whole Becky Lynch, so apparently it looks like WWE is kind of taking a U-turn, for a different direction with Becky Lynch, where instead of her being a full-blown heel like we saw on SmackDown last week, she's kind of become almost like a tweener, what they call a tweener, which is in between.
Yeah.
A lot of people are comparing the character to like Stone Cold Steve Austin now.
That's true. Yeah, because this time I didn't see her that. I don't know. She was wearing all black. I'm like, is that supposed to make her?
Well, okay. So again, this is coming from Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer Live. So this is what he's saying. I'm going to quote him. Look how many times has Roman Reigns been there for a promo and he's getting booed out of the building. That's one of the things that every time he does is he gets a giant pop. He calls someone. I'm not sure if I can say it on air. The B word, that's what he said. Whatever, blah, blah. He's done it countless of times, and every time he does it, the crowd cheers. So there's no way they could do a Becky Lynch storyline where she calls Charlotte that, and they thought that that was something that was going to get her booed. So...
Oh, yeah, because he called her a bitch.
She called her a bitch, yeah. So, I saw on Twitter that Road Dogg, who's a producer for SmackDown, was kind of getting a lot of shit, because of the storyline. People are like, all right, guys, we're back. Sorry, we got distracted. We thought somebody was shooting up the damn freaking neighborhood, but it actually was somebody knocking at my door, but they were knocking my gate. Yeah. So it sounded like freaking shots. We were like, dude, we get shot at right now?
For real,
dude,
man.
We thought this was it for the below average wrestling podcast.
We thought remember old times.
We thought it was Becky Lynch coming to kick our ass.
For real.
No, yeah. So sorry, guys. It was people were knocking at our door and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about Road Dogg on Twitter. He was getting a lot of shit. He was getting a lot of shit on Twitter because people were saying, "Hey, we refuse to boo Becky," blah blah blah, and he was like saying like, "Hey, you know what? We're like, oh whatever. It's your opinion, whatever, blah blah blah." So he was kind of making it seem like that. Well, I think. Obviously they're going to be like, no, this was our whole plan from the beginning. But I think now they're like realizing it. I think they thought that she was going to actually get booed. I'm going to be honest with you.
Though. They don't.
When they wrote the thing, Becky turns heel, I actually 100% believe she's going to get booed. And then when they realized in the internet and people were saying we're never going to boo Becky Lynch, I think that's when they decided to take a U-turn and say, all right, let's maybe make her more in between. Because even the commentary changed, if you noticed. Like the way... Like the way Phillips was saying, stuff and all that stuff, it changed the way they were kind of talking about Becky Lynch. You know what I mean? Instead of it being like, hey, she's a fool, she's jealous of her friend, she's a full-blown
like
bad
they
guy.
did it last Tuesday?
Like they did it last Tuesday. This Tuesday, they were more kind of like subtle about things and saying, hey, you know what, she
did call her a bitch. I remember
she did call her a bitch and stuff like that. I'm going to turn on my light, so don't get all freaked out, John. Somebody turned off my thing. Can you turn on...
Which one is it?
All the way to the right.
This one?
No. That one. There we go. I don't know why somebody turned off my lights. Okay, yeah, so... Damn, that thing's bright, too. So Becky Lynch. What do you think about this? What do you think about the storyline where now they're kind of... It looks like they might just be kind of making a, sharp turn into the tweener status instead of a full-blown heel.
Well, I think they're just... they're thinking on their feet and trying to, because I saw... the way they reacted this past Tuesday, and they just couldn't stop cheering her, man.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Like, it was just crazy. When she called her bitch, they even did it even bit more. They didn't even boo her.
Yeah.
They just went, everybody said, ooh, and then and then she left. I don't know, man.
I
think it's cool.
I like what you said, that I think they're just kind of feeling it out, and they're just kind of going with the flow now.
Yeah.
Instead of because I guarantee you, when they on SummerSlam, they in their mind they had envisioned she's gonna be a full blown heel. People are going to boo her, and then they realize that, you know what, people may not boo her. We got to take a step back at this. And now I think they're rewriting everything, and now I think it's better. Actually, we were speaking about KO having taking some time off, and bringing some freshness to his character. This whole Becky Lynch heel turn, while I do think that the wrong person turned heel. I think Charlotte Flair is probably the best women heel that where WWE has ever seen. I think, or one of the best WWE has ever seen. I do think that they turned the wrong person heel, but I think this is a good resurgence to Becky's character. Like, she's never been more over than she is right now.
Yeah, she's super over.
She's super over right now. To me, she's the most interesting character, male or female, right now in the WWE.
I haven't seen any merch on her either, so she needs to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
She was wearing just whatever this past Tuesday.
Yeah, she was wearing like a black t-shirt or something.
It can't be like the Shield. The Shield the next week had the Shield shirts out, bro.
They had it out in minutes, dude. Yeah, no, but female Stone Cold Steve Austin, I've been hearing that a lot thrown around, especially on Twitter. I've been hearing that all around.
It's more of a tweener, I guess you can say, because Stone Cold Steve Austin was like, nobody tells me what to do,
right?
But I'll help you out if I have to, kind of person, right? Don't mess with me because I'll whoop your ass.
Where Austin was never a heel, but he was never the traditional babyface.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they mean by tweener, which is an in-betweener. So it's you're in between the heel and the babyface. You're an anti-hero in a way.
Okay.
So
that'd be cool. She's playing it well, though.
She's playing it.
I love
excellent.
it, bro.
She's playing it excellent. I mean, they're giving her what they can give her. They're giving her what they give her, and she's doing a fantastic job in doing all of it. So I'm digging it. I'm loving it.
Good job on being a Twinkie.
A Twinkie. A Twinkie.
Ooh, Twinkie sounds good.
Twinkie does sound good. So another news, Neville has officially been added to WWE's alumni section, which means bye-bye Neville. I think that's pretty much what it means. That's it. I mean, he's pretty much done with the company. I'm going to go ahead and say.
I think I did see something of him going to a different company. I don't know if he was going to Impact or something.
I don't think he'll go to Impact. I think because, and I know we might, talk about this a little bit, but since, All In is this Saturday, is he available for that? Will WWE allow him to be part of that? Because I know that sometimes, you have a non-compete clause. So I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I haven't seen through his contract.
Yeah, so I did, but I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't see anything bad.
No, you're only a personal injury lawyer, though.
Oh, that's true.
No, but so I haven't seen any of that. So it could be that he has a no compete and we cannot see him in All In. But it looks like that's it for Neville. Man.
Are we gonna look into? Are you gonna watch All In?
You know what? Where is it televised? While we speak of Neville, real quick.
We were gonna talk about All In anyway, so might as well just go.
We're gonna All In, wrestling, I guess. Wrestling
event.
Wrestling. I wonder where. Yeah, when is it? Start time, pay-per-view. I want to hear all that stuff. But yeah, dude, I think Neville's done pretty much with the company. So okay, so where is it? This is gonna be. Will air for free. Wait, is it? Is this it? Okay. All right, guys. Somebody correct me in one of the comments or shoot me a tweet or something at MGUTRZ. M Gutters for people, It says the event will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern, and will be free on WGN America.
I don't know.
Is that what I'm getting?
WGN. I think.
No. Oh no. The pre-show will be free. Sorry.
Yeah, but the one you have to pay for.
The one you have to pay for will be through pay-per-view. So I probably won't order it. Anything that requires me to pay, dude, it's probably not gonna work out.
Who's in the card?
It looks like the match cards is the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi, Rey Mysterio, Kenny Omega, Pentagon Jr. Looks pretty good, dude. Looks like a pretty good card. And CM Punk, just imagine.
He might just show up just for
you think
the
so?
heck of it, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to show up. I think he's pissed at everybody. I think CM Punk's pissed at everybody, but
because he failed at the UFC.
I think he's just mad at everything. But yeah, going back to Neville, that's it, man. One of the most talented guys.
Yes,
probably that's it. Yeah, so sorry to hear.
I'm sure
that,
he'll
Neville.
be used better somewhere else.
I'm sure he will. And some of the last news to top it all off. John, your prediction was correct, dude. So it looks like WWE, if they can get The Rock, they are leaning towards a WrestleMania main event featuring The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
That's how rumors become true.
Because you made it up.
So that whole KO thing might be true.
It could. Is it the same guy? Oh, it's the same guy, actually. It is the same guy.
So this guy is a little credible. You know,
maybe he is a little credible. You know what? I'm gonna have to pay attention to some of these. Like, what are we like? Who we talking about? Who's the one that's making up the rumor, and see if it actually comes out. And then you kind of start building that credibility from people.
Yeah, man. But I wouldn't mind watching it. Like we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
That it's not needed, like Seth Rollins said.
Yeah.
It's not needed, but it would be cool when the WWE does like to go super overboard, even though when it's not needed. So,
and it's WrestleMania. I guess I can see, but again, you're gonna put. Oh, man, I don't know, because I mean, the truth is, The Rock's not gonna get booed, and Roman Reigns is gonna get booed. So what's the idea here? Yeah. What's the point?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if they give The Rock the title again.
It's what's the idea behind this? Is it just, hey, we're just gonna do The Rock versus Roman Reigns just for the hell of it, or is it because you're trying to put Roman Reigns over, but are you gonna put him over with the crowd just booing him? Like,
The Rock is the most electrifying. What is it?
Man in sports entertainment.
Man. What are you gonna do with that?
I mean,
and he's super famous of he's like the most famous person in the world right now.
I mean, he only comes second to me, but you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's out of famousness, No,
believe it or not, I think he is one of the most famous people in the world.
Probably did. Yeah.
How do you book The Rock
to lose against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania?
Yes, I mean, like The Rock, here's $11 million for maybe.
Well, rumor has it that they are negotiating possibly being at the Royal Rumble and being at WrestleMania. So I'm assuming those 3 months, from January to March, whatever it is. So it can happen. It looks like the rumors are being,
And I'll bet you that the match is not even going to be that great because Rock has a lot of insurance on him and he can't be doing a lot of stuff. Because I guess the last time he broke some ribs or something.
Something like that. He broke, what was it, with Cena? He was going to film like Hercules, the movie or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like one of those movies he was going to film. And then with Cena, he ends up freaking, what'd you say, breaking something? I don't know what he did, but he injured himself, and then it pushed production for that Hercules movie by a couple of weeks, which
is a lot of money.
Even a day can cost a lot of money for a whole company. So moving it by a couple of weeks, it can cost millions of dollars. It probably costs millions of dollars.
Yeah, and The Rock's always doing movies. Like I follow him on Instagram, and like literally every other month he's like, Joe's right here with the new producers of my new movie. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, he's doing like Jungle Cruise.
Bro, he puts out like 5 movies a year.
Dude, he's from. Oh, one of the other things I read was that he may show up for SmackDown 1000, which is in October, if I'm not mistaken. The 1000 episode of SmackDown.
It was 993.
Something like that. Yeah, so he might show up to that, which is saying because he should be filming Suicide Squad 2 soon, and apparently
he's gonna be part of it.
Yeah, he's Black Adam, one of the villains, or maybe it's a anti-hero. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna go with it. He's normally a villain, but it's The Rock. I don't know if they're gonna turn him into an anti-hero. So he apparently he will be close to Washington D.C. I heard about an hour away when it's filming. So I mean, dude, you can make the time to come and lay at the SmackDown on Eric Rowan again. I don't know. Did he do that to Eric Rowan at WrestleMania once?
I think so. He was just there.
Yeah, but so The Rock being part of WWE once again. Looks like it might happen, dude. I mean, again,
from the sounds of it, bro. And this guy's already gotten a few correct rumors. So.
Well, has he gotten them correct yet?
We'll
find out. I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is maybe my first time really paying attention to who's talking about rumors. So maybe he's gotten some stuff right, but we're just not paying attention.
For real.
But yeah, let's move on to Raw and SmackDown. So let's start off with Raw, where Braun Strowman promised to not cash in his Money in the Bank contract until Hell in a Cell if Roman Reigns will meet him inside the Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns agreed that that's what's going to happen. So we're going to get Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre come out and challenge them to a tag team match. And then Baron Corbin makes it official. So then we get the first match of the night where Baron Corbin enters himself and puts himself in a match against Finn Balor. Halfway through the match, Corbin decides to change the rules and makes it a no DQ match, which he was allowed to, and then that's how he beat Finn Balor with the End of Days. What did you think about that first match?
It was cool. I think it was, but there was a distraction, wasn't there? You said. He didn't beat him straight. Oh, he did the no disqualification thing. Yeah, I remember. He came out.
He changed the rules mid match because he's the GM.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, not the GM. He's what is it?
Yeah, he's the acting general manager.
Acting general manager. So yeah, that's what happened. It was a cool match. It was fine. Sasha Banks defeated Dana Brooke. I don't think I was surprised with it. But I don't know what they're trying to do with this Dana Brooke storyline and with the, what do they call it again? Titus Worldwide? I don't know.
Oh, because she's still with them. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And then we get the Intercontinental Championship match where Seth Rollins comes out and says, hey, you know what's going to be? He's going to issue an open challenge. And the challenge was answered by Kevin Owens in a fantastic match. And this is what we were talking about earlier, where after the match, he quits. So what did you think about this match?
I thought the match was awesome, bro. I think every time Seth Rollins wrestles anybody in these open challenges, he takes everybody to the limit. It's always a good match. But this match was especially very, very good. Kevin Owens is awesome, bro.
This match was really good. I really enjoyed this match a lot. It was really fun. And the near falls always get me. I love the near falls.
Yeah,
dude.
They had a lot.
They had a ton of them. And like you were saying, for a big guy, Owens is still agile. Did you see? He was like at the second rope. Second rope, and then he hops on it. He does like a freaking moonsault. It was.
He didn't insane. He just literally hopped on it and just threw himself. That's crazy.
So for a big guy, he's a very agile guy. And now with the rumors going around that he's gonna take some time off to, shed a couple of pounds. This is going to be a freaking fantastic Kevin Owens. We're going to see.
Yes, sir.
The Revival defeated the Raw Tag Team Champions, the B Team, in a non-championship match. But because they did win the match, they will be getting a Raw Tag Team Championship match next Monday, right? If I'm not mistaken,
I
think they announced it for next Monday. Something else that was announced for next Monday is going to be Shawn Michaels, who will be there at Raw to give his thoughts on the Triple H versus Undertaker, thing that they're going to be doing at the greatest
the greatest
no, not the greatest Royal Rumble. What the hell is it called? The Super Show.
The Super Show at the Australian Dome or whatever.
Something like that, right? But throughout the night, we did get the pre-recorded comments from Stone Cold, Booker T, Big Show, Diamond Dallas Page about what this match means and all that stuff, which was cool. It was really cool. A lot of people were giving their opinion on who they thought was going to win and stuff. So then Elias, his segment is next. He's attempting to perform, but then he just keeps talking smack about the crowd in Toronto there, and then he's interrupted by none other than Toronto's own Trish Stratus. What did you think when Trish Stratus just kind of came out?
I think it was cool, but I was like, why in this time? Well, they always just interrupt them, bro. Yeah. It's really it's become a habit that they just, anybody interrupts them and gets it out. Pretty much become a habit. But I dug fun. The whole Trish Stratus thing. I thought it was freaking funny. I thought it was cool. I love seeing Trish again, and it was a way to kind of get her in there again. For this whole get her reintroduced to the WWE universe, because she does have a big match with Alexa Bliss at the at the Evolution. At the Evolution, yes, at the Evolution, the All Women's pay-per-view. Yeah, I almost thought it was an Australian one, but no, not that one, the Evolution. But as she was there, Ronda Rousey, Natalya came out, which kind of bled into the next segment, which was Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox come out, and Mickie James come out. So you got the 3 versus 3, but the match was Natalya versus Alicia Fox. Natalya wins. The good guys pose, and pretty much that was it for that match. And then we also have the return of the Bella Twins next week on Raw. What do you think about that? I don't know. It was kind of like out of nowhere. Did you notice that? Yeah. Kind of like I don't know. I had heard rumors that they were only one of them was gonna come back. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to Bellas or whatever that show is.
The Total Bellas.
The Total Bellas.
Well, but even Total Bellas, I don't even think you can get the news from there because I think it's filmed behind.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, so I mean, if anything, I don't think they can tell you, hey, I'm gonna, wrestle this Monday. And it's like, hey, I'm gonna wrestle this Monday. No, it's you kind of get the news what's going on Monday first. But yeah, it was kind of sprung up on us a little weirdly. I mean, we saw them in SummerSlam. We saw them last week, and we saw them again. It looks like the Bella Twins are kind of back. And once again, this begs the question as in why are there not WWE Tag Team Championships?
Well, I have a feeling that's why they're coming. A bunch of people are coming back, and I don't know if you noticed, like a lot of little teams have kind of like formed. So I have a feeling that they're gonna be like, all right, there's enough women.
Yeah,
and let's do the tag team.
Well, there's been enough women. They just haven't done it. You got the Bella Twins. You got the Hug and Boss Connection, whatever it's called. You got the Riot Squad over there.
Which they're going to wrestle, actually.
Which they are going to wrestle. You got the Iconics on SmackDown. You got the, I know Absolution is done, but you still have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville that can do something together. Naomi's still hanging around somewhere. You could partner her up with somebody. So there's plenty of tag teams, women tag teams. But they just have to kind of go for it, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the Bellas are back, and sure, whatever.
That's kind of all of our thing. It's like nobody really asked for it, but sure, we'll see We'll see what happens next week. Bobby Lashley defeated the Ascension. So Bobby Lashley wanted a match. I think he wanted a match, right? He was backstage with Corbin. He wanted a match for the night, and then Corbin's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm busy, but go ahead and go out of the ring. I'll get you an opponent." And then Corbin comes out on the Tron outside when Lashley's on the ring. He's like, "Hey, by the way, I didn't get you one opponent. I got you two opponents. A handicap match against the Ascension. A session.
Is that their name?
I keep forgetting the Ascension. There we go. I missed an N there. But yeah, Bobby Lashley still defeats both of them. Kind of like nothing. So I mean,
Bobby Lashley's back down. That sucks, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Seventh match of the night. Dean Ambrose defeats Jinder Mahal.
He whooped that ass.
And I guess he wrestles without a shirt now.
Yeah.
But he did put a Dirty Deeds, and it was really good. Now the main event, which saw Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler in a no contest. So this is what we think, or at least what these people think too, is when Roman Reigns tagged Strowman, but Strowman refused to get into the ring. That's what it looked like on TV, at least. Ziggler and McIntyre continued to attack Reigns, and the match was thrown out because they weren't playing nice, I guess, as a tag team. They were just kind of attacking Reigns. But then this is where we go. Braun Strowman turns heel, pretty much.
That's what it looked like. I was still trying to be like, is he gonna is it just against Roman? But then again, like we said before, there can't be two faces,
There can.
Well,
it's just,
I don't know. Lately, the WWE's been turning everybody heel.
And they've been turning the wrong people heel.
And this is going to be, again, another probably Becky.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to.
Did
you hear everybody? Everybody went crazy. He started beating on somebody that gets super booed. And he gets praised.
He's getting more cheered, as a matter of fact.
Bro, what are you doing, WWE? What are we doing?
So at first, I was like, nah, man, it's just like a whatever. You know what I mean? He's just beating. He's letting Ziggler and McIntyre do his thing. I thought he was going to go out of the ring. But no, he joins with them, beats them up. The Shield tries to come in and try to even the odds, but they have already been banged up from the match before that they have had. They get taken care of quickly. And then to end the show, we get Strowman, McIntyre, and Ziggler standing tall together, holding their hands together as buddies. That's as a friendship.
Crazy. So, I didn't know. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, it was.
But it's not like we can do it. What's going on?
So
I was a little confused.
I want to hear your opinion. Well, okay. Besides confused, how do you feel? What do you think is going to end up happening? Because I know you think that, hey, there can't be two baby faces in this pay-per-view. Why? I'm putting you in the hot seat right now, John.
Well, kind of. I don't know. Like, it's just not a. How can I put it? I guess it's not typical. You would say.
Okay.
But it wouldn't. I don't mind the heel turn. Yeah. It's always good for somebody to turn heel to character, even though he's been heel before, but not as big as he is now.
Yeah.
I think he'll do good, man. If it's gonna be a full on heel, or he's just doing this to get at Roman, but it really looks like this is just a full on turn.
There's
heel.
no question that he's not gonna do well. It's the same situation with Becky. I think Becky's been doing amazing as a heel. Yeah. It's just not. It was just not the right thing, I guess you can say. Like, it was not the right person.
It's gonna be the same
thing with him. It was just not the right person. You're trying to get somebody like on SmackDown, Charlotte, over. Yet Becky's more over than she is, and you're trying to get Roman over as a babyface. Yet Strowman's more over than he is as a babyface. So and they haven't even capitalized on Strowman's babyface run. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't really, like, Dude could have been like a number 1, number 2 guy. You know what I mean? They could have taken advantage merch wise and everything. Yeah. They just, I felt like they never took advantage of babyface Strowman.
Because, like, did you notice that when McIntyre was talking in the beginning, and he stated that they were the main 2 dudes in the WWE, and that's why they wanted to take him down.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like he's been a top dog for a while now since he's been over. I know we've talked about how when somebody needs to go over, they turn him heel. Yeah. But he's stupid over.
Exactly. So
I really don't understand this heel turn, but
it's gonna backfire like Becky's been backfiring.
Crazy, like we talked about. Everybody went fucking crazy.
You know, now WWE's rewriting the whole Becky thing, where they're kind of turning her in between now because of the whole reaction she's getting. It's gonna happen with Strowman. I think Strowman, once again, he's gonna be cheered. People like Strowman. He's got a good catchphrase. He's got a good size. Got a good look. People are fans of Strowman. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. I do like the fact that the odds are now even now. You know, you got the Shield and you got this group of 3.
Isn't there a match? I think they're going to make a match.
On that the Australian show.
Yeah, it's going to be these 3 against the Shield.
Against the Shield, yep. That's right. So again, I don't know. I guess dude, you could always turn Roman Reigns heel.
Well, that's I was gonna. The next thing I was gonna say, I wouldn't have been surprised with Roman. That would have been actually perfect.
Yes, it would have been.
He gets booed anyways, and I think it would have been, maybe it would have helped him probably.
It would have helped his character.
It would have helped his character.
Yeah,
been a mean heel, but a workhorse heel that he wants to still do the whole every Monday defend this title. Yeah, but. I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be kind of like we talked about, the whole Becky thing. People are just going to cheer the shit out of him no matter what. Yeah. Especially against Roman Reigns, bro.
Especially against Roman Reigns. They're going to
And you know what? This is going to help McIntyre and Ziggler.
I think so, too. And I like them. I think they're great.
They're good because they're heels, bro. But they're like respectful heels. Have you ever noticed that? Like, in a way of, like, they give credit where it's due, and they say, okay, these are the dudes that we're about to beat up. Like, I like that. I like that about them. I really do. Yeah. But we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where the storyline heads. SmackDown. Actually, what did you think real quick about Raw?
I think it was good, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was
a decent Raw. I would give it maybe like a 7.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I'm intrigued with the Roman with the KO storyline, but the fact that him quitting, the match was phenomenal. Yes. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens was amazing. Best match of the night. Everything else was kind of like blah. But the main event, the turn, I didn't expect it. I mean, it looks like a complete heel turn, so I didn't expect that.
We'll see next Monday.
We'll see next Monday for sure. Move on to SmackDown. So what do we start? Oh yeah, we start with the New Day. That's right. We start with the New Day celebrating their 5th tag team title reign. Then we get King Booker.
Dude, that was hilarious, bro. I'm telling you.
And welcomes them to the 5-time championship club before each of them try to do a spin-a-rooney. I thought that was a great segment. I had a lot of fun with that segment.
Yes, the funny when he couldn't give Big E
a nickname. Yeah. Dude, it was the thing that I like the most is like, okay, you gotta hand it to like WWE cameraman. You gotta hand it to like everything. Everything was so perfectly timed. Yeah. You got Xavier Woods. He gets a nickname of Courageous. I don't know what. Wise. There you go. Wise.
The other one
was Courage, wasn't it?
No.
Brave.
Brave. Yeah.
Brave. Yes. That's right. So you get a good get good facial reaction from Kofi and from Woods and stuff like that for the nicknames, and then you got Big E. He's got a giant smile on his face,
waiting for his nickname,
waiting for him to for Booker to give him a nickname. And then he doesn't get anything, you know what I mean? So then you see immediately how his reaction just kind of turns, and it just the facial expressions that Big E has been doing, and the that they kind of
everything was perfect. And Booker sells it great too, man.
Oh, Booker T was great. Yeah, it was awesome to see him there. It was a great segment. I had a lot of fun. Good way to start off SmackDown. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was entertaining, and everybody did the spin-a-rooney. Big E spin-a-rooney was hilarious. Had to spin him around. I thought it was fun, but that led to the triple threat tag team match for the number one contendership. So the winner of this match and the winner for next week's match will be the number one. Will wrestle to be the number one contender for the WWE Tag Team Championships on SmackDown. Right?
Yes, the ones with Cesaro, Sheamus, and against the club, right?
Yeah. So we got the first match with Cesaro and Sheamus. They were able to defeat the club and the Colognes. We haven't seen the Colognes in like forever.
Oh, they look, dude. Believe it, one of them, the other one looked beat up. Dude, I'm like, where y'all been?
Dude, one of them looks like he's a dad, and he's just like,
he was just man. There. They called him. They're like, hey, you got a match tonight. All right,
damn, man,
is Primo gonna be there?
I gotta take my kid to baseball practice, but I guess I had a long day at the office. I was crunching in the numbers, but I guess I'll be there. So Cesaro got the blind tag as the Colognes hit Luke Gallows with a double backstabber, and Cesaro and Sheamus cleared the ring, took the pinfall victory, and they then tossed pancakes from the announce table and mocked the New Day. So I thought that was a pretty decent match.
It was. I really liked it actually.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. I liked the announcement next.
Yeah, then the New Day was announcing and stuff like that. That was pretty funny too. I think the right team won. Cesaro and Sheamus. I think they're a great tag team. And I think the right team won.
Did you see that everybody cheered for them when they won? Everybody went crazy.
It was the right move for that team to win. Paige has announced that Rusev and Aiden English will compete next week's triple threat tag team match against the Usos and Sanity. So now we got next week's match. So the winner of that match will face off against the Bar for the chance to wrestle the New Day at Hell in a Cell for the tag team titles. So then a recap of last week's Brawl. We get the Charlotte and Nick and Becky thing, and then it's announced, Charlotte versus Carmella for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship as the main event. So then we get Jeff Hardy. He hits the ring with the face paint that spells RKO on his cheek.
Oh, yeah.
He said Orton was in his head, and they replayed the whole video. Orton came out, and then this part was a blur to me. I don't know if you can kind of remember
where. Oh, this one. Well, just Jeff Hardy comes out and he's saying he calls out Randy Orton.
Yeah.
He's telling him all this stuff that he's done to him, but that last week. They played the clip where he did the flip on him. That Randy Orton is the reason why he's come out like that, and he's like the old Hardy all this stuff. And then he comes out, and I guess didn't he challenge him?
Yeah, I think he did.
Challenged him. I think for Hell in the Cell.
Yeah,
because Randy Orton said, "Oh, I'm not gonna go in there when you want me to," or whatever. Something like that. Yeah, it was a cool little segment.
It was a blur to me. I don't remember what I was doing, but it was a blur to me. So I don't remember the segment at all. But we get the second match of the night, which is Billie Kay defeated Naomi. It was a match.
Poor Naomi, they're just throwing her all the way down.
Yeah, all the way down again. But it was okay. But the Iconics have been getting some victories, so that's good for them. Then we get the Miz, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, who come out. They called the Miz a coward. It says she said it felt good to punch Miz in the face. They had a little promo there going on, and then Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega interrupt them. That leads to the third match of the night, which leads to Daniel Bryan versus Andrade Cien Almas. Bryan had Almas in the yes log when Maurice came down to the ring and attacked Brie Bella. Bryan then let go and went to check on her when Miz attacked Bryan, causing the disqualification. So Bryan won by disqualification. Almas hits the hammerlock DDT, then Miz held Bryan in the crossface while Vega and Maurice attacked Brie Bella. So the Miz then hit the skull crushing finale on Bryan, and the Miz and Maurice live happily ever after.
They get more ratings on their show.
More ratings on their show. Apparently their show was the season finale.
Yeah. Didn't it just start?
That's what my wife said. We were watching SmackDown together, and she was like, and it said, "Oh, join us for the season finale of Ms. and Mrs." And my wife was like, "Wait, didn't it just start like a month ago?" I was like, "It did."
I guess they don't last that long.
It was maybe like a trial run, maybe.
Probably.
It probably was like
This was cool. Whatever. I thought the match was pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought the match was pretty cool.
They were both very good wrestlers. So
yeah, I thought so too. And then we get another segment. AJ Styles, recaps the whole Samoa Joe attack from last week. Joe got on the phone with Joe was backstage.
Bro.
He got on the phone with AJ's wife and said that he may stop by next week for the back to school barbecue next week. Styles is pissed. He exits the ring and he goes looking for Joe, but he cannot find him. Dude, Joe has been brilliant.
I love it.
Dude, besides the Becky character, Joe has been probably my second favorite character not curiosity is not the word, but interesting.
Joe's so good on the mic, bro.
Dude, he's freaking dope.
His character's awesome, and I like how they're utilizing him right now with this whole. And he's really good, bro.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's really good. The whole calling on the phone and everything, his facial expressions, the way he does it, like I don't give a fuck. You know, that's what he looks like. It's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
he's been doing a great job. So I think this whole how they're playing this is gonna be good. So but I know that I guess this is gonna. I hope the Hell in the Cell is like actually a Hell in the Cell type of. With the cell and everything. I
don't know if it's gonna be them. I know Strowman and Roman is. I don't think it's gonna be them. I actually think it's gonna be Charlotte and Becky that are gonna take the SmackDown Hell in a Cell. I think it's gonna be them, to be honest with you. But I would have loved to see AJ and Samoa in a Hell
because AJ is like playing a character that he's like super mad talking about
super
her family,
pissed, yeah.
So there's a different type of aggression that he's gonna bring out.
I agree. I think
awesome.
when you see it on Raw, you got the Roman and Braun in the cage, but I think when you see in SmackDown, I think both of these matches
awesome
justify a Hell in a Cell. With the Charlotte and Becky and Joe and AJ. But speaking of Charlotte, we get the SmackDown Women's Championship match with Charlotte versus Carmella. Charlotte was able to defeat Carmella after she hit the natural selection, then rolled into a figure 8, forcing Carmella to tap out. Then we get Stone Cold Becky Lynch, who hits the ring and attacks Charlotte from behind after the match. So then Becky cuts a little quick promo. Becky grabs the mic and said in Hell in a Cell, she's going to take her title back and then calls her a bitch.
Yes. This was awesome.
It was fantastic.
This was great. And props to Carmella. She did a great job, bro.
Yeah, she did a good job.
I really like the way she's gotten better. And it's not just kicking. It's not just throwing. She's been wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's been good. She kept up with Charlotte. So I thought it was a really good match.
She's been doing some suicide dives to the outside, which have been great.
Yes.
I agree.
She's been landing them very well too.
She has. So very safe.
Yeah. So this is I like this Carmella. Unfortunately, I'm sure her title reign and everything is over.
Yeah, I don't know, and I can't see them giving it back to her anytime soon. But good for her. She's been improving. And I hope she keeps improving. It's a lot of work, I'm sure. But it was a good match.
Yes,
it was a good match.
It was a good
decent
match. But the Becky Lynch,
Lynch stole it again.
It was hilarious. It was funny, bro. I liked it.
A great promo. The way she has a new walk. She has a new talk.
She walks kind of like with her hands behind her back, kind of like her shoulders. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Her walk.
Her walk is kind of weird, but I love it. Again, I'm a fan of Becky. So whether it's a good guy or bad guy, or good gal or bad gal.
Bad girl. You've been a bad girl.
You've been a bad girl, Becky.
Muy mala.
Good or bad, I'm a Becky Lynch fan. So her getting a reaction is always good. So I'm digging the reaction that she's getting. But yeah, man. Anything else you want to bring up before we shut down this podcast for the day?
No, man. I think we talked about mostly a lot of things actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and we cut it a little short.
We did. I ran through SmackDown and Raw.
I think we talked about more in the news.
Yeah, we did. I think so too. It was just a lot to talk about, which is good. It's good to talk about some of the stuff that are coming out.
Before we finish, I'm gonna take a quick selfie.
Oh well, go ahead and take a podcast selfie. If you guys follow him on Snapchat, you guys can see that
follow
there.
Me on John the Man.
Actually, no. Take another one. I hate the way I smiled on that one.
I'm not gonna smile.
Oh, now I did the rock pose.
Dude, there you go. That's perfect, bro.
No, I don't want that one. Do it again. Do it again.
You look like.
Do it again. And then plus I was hunching.
Now we sound like women. No, take another one. I don't like the way I look on that one.
Dude, my eyebrows were not good on that one. That's a good one. That's fine.
There you go.
It's like my eyebrows were not good on that one, dude. You need another one.
Anyways, guys, but yeah, man, this was a great podcast.
I think so too. A lot to talk about.
The Rock, maybe. We'll see. Kevin Owens getting skinny. A la mejor.
Maybe, dude. We'll find out.
But Becky Lynch, keep it going.
Keep it going, Becky. You're all of our heroes.
Yes, ma'am.
But that is it for us today, guys. Make sure you guys join us every Thursday. Sorry, I almost said Tuesday.
Yes.
Every Thursday, we are uploading at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check your local listings for more information. No, I mean, if you live on the East Coast, and what is that? I'm not good at math. What is it? 11 a.m.?
Thing.
11 a.m. if you're in the Eastern. If you're in Central, it's 10 a.m. If you're in Mountain, that's 9 a.m.
Okay,
if you are here with us,
if you're in Mexico.
Pacific. If you're in Mexico, that's 10 a.m. I think they're 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. If you're in Alaska, if you are in Hawaii,
Alaska, bro.
No, Hawaii. If you're in Hawaii, that's minus an hour, so that is at 7 a.m. So you guys got to get up early or on your commute to work, guys. But you can find us on Anchor, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on Spotify, on Breaker, Castbox, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and on YouTube. So please follow us on all of those places. John, any last words before I kill you?
No,
before
man.
I lock you back into my closet.
I think we're good, bro. I think this is a good podcast. Unless you want to keep talking till it goes to 50 minutes. No, just
yeah, I'm not talking before it goes to 50 minutes. All right. Well, that is it for us, guys. Join us next week for another podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Jonathan. Peace.